Hello, this is Marcos Sarris. In the previous video, we have deployed a data share network simulation, a national ID card that is defined by three different organizations, each one owner of some different information field. In this tutorial, we imagine that a new organization wants to enter the data sharing network in order to read or write some information. Let's simulate that the Texas Department of Public Safety wants to be able to write and modify information about driver's license of a citizen. I will show how to proceed with these changes using GoFabric in three steps. The first one is where we create all the credentials for this new organization to enter the data sharing network. I have already configured the VM IP final 78 as we have shown in the first video. And now I have selected the Add Organization button inside the GoFabric Organization tab. Let's go here, as I shown before. We also need to identify the username and password for the CA, as we have done in the first deployment. And right now I will make everything work in the same VM, as it is a simulation procedure. And that's it. We are ready to ask for the network to be ready to understand that there is a new organization named TDPS that is going to identify the Texas Department of Public Safety inside the network. It takes a little longer. I will fast forward the video so we can go there for some minutes. All right. Okay, we have just finished the first step. It took up to 5 minutes. And for the next step, we will set up the digital assets. So to make the network to understand that this new organization will be able to write and modify some fields. So I go here in the menu chain codes and I click on update chain codes and select all the VMs, all the peers of the network. I also select the use template. I select the chain code. It's now on version 1.1. It's going to be the version 1.2. I also define the endorsement, and I set, as I did before, an endorsement that needs either the Department of State or the Social Security Administration to be online for all the network to work. And I'm going to select our template and write all the necessary credentials here, all the permissions, so the network will understand who can write or read some information. Right here, I say that this is a digital asset that be able to be written by everybody by default. Also the first name, also the last name. The social security number can only be written by the Social Security Administration. Passport can only be written by the Department of State. And the driver's license, now we have this new organization, and I'm going to select them, the Texas Department of Public Safety, as well as I'm doing with the Florida Highway Safety here. So the same I'm doing with the driver's class. So we have now two organizations that will be able to write and proceed information about driver's license. And that's it. So right now I just ask for the GoFabric to update everything. Right now it's connecting to all the peers, to all the VMs, and making all the necessary modifications. So whenever I'm going to read or write something, I know that there is another organization that has some new permissions that I can work with. Okay, I have everything done so far. And for our last step, I'm going to add our front end. We call here in this add chain code to REST to peer. I'm going to add the web service and the front end on this new VM, so I'll be able to connect with legacy systems and use our front end you have seen in the previous videos. It also take a couple of minutes to make everything work. It's going to start everything. Okay, it's already done. It takes a while for this information to be up. I'm already going to see here all the front ends. Right now I have the front end of the Social Security Administration. All right, it's here. Let's see. We have. It takes a while to understand that the network changes in this new information. I have to wait a little bit. Okay. Okay, it's done. We also check the VM for the Department of State. Okay, it's done. I have to check the VM for the department for Florida Highway Safety here. And for last, I have this this new organization that is here on the IP final 78. Okay, and I'm going to connect with the right front end. This is the REST API, and right now it's just working with this new. Okay, it's already identified. It's connected to a node that defines the Texas Department of Public Safety, the TDPS, and it already have all the information about all the other stuff. Let's make a new ID card with this new organization. First of all, let's go back to the Social Security Administration and create a new person here. Let's call Mary. Let's name Thompson. Social Security number 2. I will not say her middle name. That's it. Okay. It's done. So I can see here, if I list this new information, I can see it's already here, Mrs. Mary Thompson. Let's go to the U.S. Department of State and assign for Mary Thompson her passport. Okay, the passport is gonna be, let's call 82. All right. Okay. Perfect. As I can see, I now have Mrs. Mary Thompson with passport A2. Oh, I already have a passport A2. Let's change it. Let's say it's A3. All right. So we will not have two people with the same passport. Okay. All right. So right now I'm going to not. I'm going to assign a new driver's license, but I'm not going to do this in the Florida Highway Safety. I'm going to do this in the Texas Department of Public Safety here. And I already have this information about Mr. Mary Thompson. Let's assign her middle name. Let's call it Thomas. Mary Thomas Thompson. Class B. And driver's license, let's call it B2. Perfect. All right, so I can see if I go here to Florida Highway Safety information and reload it, I will see that it already has his driver's license defined right here. As I told you, right now I have a new information, complete information that has been written by four organization, and this network now have 4 organizations that provides all the information about this template. Let's try to make something strange right now. Let's, for an example, try to make that the Florida Highway Safety writes information about a passport. Let's make it here. Let's change the passport for invalid E4. Okay. And I can see it will not work because all the credentials that the Florida Highway Safety have are not allowed for it to make any changes in the passport information. All right, that's it by now. Thanks for watching. In the next video, we will show some other procedures for increasing our data sharing networks. Thank you.